I enjoy the hobby of metal detecting. Just getting out into the woods, into a park, enjoying the country, the scenery. Some people are satisfied with reading about history or learning about it in school and not going any further with it. Me, I like going to a location that I know has played some significant role in our nation's history and finding an item that was used during that role, during that battle, during whatever it may have been, and possibly knowing that I'm holding something that somebody of historical significance may have held or seen or had some interaction with. To me, that's exciting. It's not all fun and games, though. You'll be going along and you'll hear a great signal on your detector, and you just know it's a coin. And you dig down and you pull something shiny out, and it turns out to be a pull tab from a soda can. If you go out Mel detecting, you know what I'm talking about. You got a signal, it's a great signal, you gotta dig it. But so many times, there it is, that little pull tab. Where do they always come from? I just always wondered where they always came from. And it's in the woods, it's in parks. It doesn't discriminate where it's going to be there. I don't get it. A couple years ago, I had nothing to do and I was on the internet. I was just surfing the web, not looking for anything in particular. And I came across this website. It didn't even have a name. It was like a bunch of numbers and letters for a website, but it held all of these old movies that I've never even heard of before, and you could download them. I thought this was interesting, and I was kind of looking through to see what it was, and I came across this one. It's called Pull Tab Pete, made in 1924. I thought that was interesting. Okay, I'm gonna download that one. I'm gonna see who Pull Tab Pete is, and I did. And I watched this thing, and it was very strange because here's this guy. He's got a bandit's mask on, and he claims that it's his job to go around spreading pull tabs everywhere. And it shows him in one scene, he's doing just that. He's reaching in his bag and he is scattering them all over the woods or park or wherever he happens to be. And I just got a kick out of that. A few months later, I got the idea that I'm going to look up the history of pull tabs. And I found that the first pull tabs were used in 1962. I didn't think much about that. It was just an answer to my question. But then I started thinking, wait a minute. I have this short clip of a movie from 1924 where this guy is claiming to be scattering pull tabs. Now, how is it that he could be doing that in 1924 when they haven't even been put on the market until 1962? So I went back and I watched that movie again, and it was just a short clip. It was not the entire movie. So I decided to go back to that website, and it's been removed from the internet. It no longer exists. So there I am with all these questions, and I need to figure this out. I started looking everything up. I started doing searches for pull tab Pete. I did find some information which told me that pull tab Pete appeared in Hollywood about 1922. He was looking for a studio that would be willing to shoot his movie script, and he found an obscure movie studio that does not even exist anymore. And he paid them in cash to shoot this movie. Not only that, but he starred in it himself. And the clip I got off the internet seems to be the only existence of that movie left. Nothing else exists, just that little bit. So once again, here I am wondering who Pull Tab Pete is. One of my buddies realized I was upset about it, and he asked me. I told him it's dead. I just can't find anything. He suggested that I use the Freedom of Information Act to find any information on Pull Tab Pete. Freedom of Information Act was set up to present once top secret documents and information to the public so that they can see what their government has been up to. And I really hesitated. I didn't really think that I would actually apply there. I mean, if I was looking for flying saucers, if I was looking for time travel, government experiments, yeah, you know, I'm not. I'm looking for this guy. But I was at wit's end, and I went ahead and I applied for any information on Pull Tab Pete. I paid my dues. I sent him the application, and I forgot about it. About 2 months later, I got this big envelope in the mail, and it had government written all over it. And I'm thinking, man, what did I do? I opened it up, and here are these documents, heavily edited or heavily censored, but you can make out the words top secret and Pull Tab Pete. I thought, what did I just get myself into? I mean, people disappear for looking for information that has top secret written all over the documents. They disappear. When I think of what could have... Are you alright? Are you okay? Would you like me to turn the camera off? No, I just have to sneeze and it won't come. I hate that. History is riddled with clues to Pull Tab Pete. Here in America, the American Indians had a legend about this spirit that was going around throwing little bits of metal on the ground. They dare not touch that metal. It's sacred. Rome actually went to battle against Pull Tab Pete. In fact, when they invaded Britain, they had a very difficult time hanging on to Britain. Hadrian believed that Pull Tab Pete lived in Scotland, and he had the wall built, the Hadrian's Wall built, separating Scotland from England, hoping that that would help them hang on to the island. History states that the British were such fierce fighters, and that's why Rome couldn't hang on to Britain. But the Romans secretly contribute that to Pull Tab Pete. Japan, this entire history is riddled with creatures that you don't think exist, but have heavy influence on their art forms. I can't explain how this one guy just shows up throughout history, not only in the stories but in the artwork. It's mind-boggling. Is he mortal? Is he a time traveler? I don't know. I haven't figured any of that out yet. I do know the government is interested in him, or has been. I don't know what to say. I have no answer. Well, tonight I'm staking out this little park. It's like every couple of months it becomes overwhelmed with pull tabs. And tonight is about the time it should happen again. So I'm hoping if Pull Tab Pete comes out here, I might be able to get him on night vision. Just a few minutes ago I heard somebody walking through that brush over there. It sounded like they were throwing little bits of something on the ground. I haven't heard it for a few minutes, but shh, what's that? The crickets just stopped chirping. They just stopped. This is nuts. Wow. What a night. I spent all night out here. And at one point, I was about ready to just, pack it in. It started raining, and about 2 hours ago, somebody was walking. Somebody's walking through those woods, and they were throwing something. I didn't see anybody. I have to review the footage I shot and see if I can see anything. Man, I could just sit there and my knees are shaking. And I'll make it back to the car. I don't think I've ever been more scared than when those crickets stopped singing. They stopped chirping. I just knew somehow he knew I was there. It was worth it. It was all worth it. When it was daylight enough to see where I was going, I walked over to where I heard him walking around. I just stood there. My eyes adjusted and I looked in about a 10-foot area. I put that many in that bag, just laying right on top of the leaves. He was there. He was there. One thing I did, I took some very fresh dropped pull tabs that I found at one site, and I had a lab analyze them, and they found nothing unusual, nothing unexplained. Everything was just as it was supposed to be. So that was a dead end. Um, and it raises a question: where is he getting all these pull tabs? I have no idea. I believe he is out there. Because I go out with Mel Detector, I associate with a lot of people that go out with Mel Detectors. Believe me, that's a network of people who see things. I've been told, hey, I saw this guy. He's out there. He's throwing things around. When I got to the location, he was gone, but there were pull tabs everywhere. When asked what he looked like, he had a green shirt. He had a brown, what looked like a rider's cap, and he had a black mask. Um, in fact, one guy looked at me. He said, "You know what? If I didn't know better, you look just like him. Only you don't have the mask on," which tells me he could be most anybody. He could blend in. I've been contacted by hikers, campers, anybody who gets out in parks, in the woods for recreation, all across this country. I've been contacted by people who say, "Hey, I just saw somebody that's really strange. I didn't know who I could contact, but he's throwing pull tabs out." Described the same way: the green shirt, the rider's cap, and the mask. And he had the same build as me. He had a beard like me. I mean, he could be me. Even overseas, Europe, England, Australia, Africa, they see him everywhere, and I keep getting these reports in, and it's always the same thing. Um, this guy gets around. I don't know how he does it, but he's out there. Many times, I'll be out with my Mel Detector, and I'll just be looking around. Not really detecting, but I'll just look at the country. I'll look at the environment I'm in, and it'll just dawn on me: I may not be alone. He may be right there, waiting for me to leave so he can finish his job. It doesn't matter where I go. It could be some of the most pristine countryside. I'll find a pull tab. Pull tab there. And it's inside. Pull tabs are not the only thing that Pull Tab Pete leaves behind. There's a hill right there. Footprints. You can find footprints wherever he goes. So he came up this way. I would like to show you my Pull Tab Pete foot cast collection. We got quite a few years represented in this whole group right here. The oldest one is right here. 1947. This one was cast in Denver. Now keep in mind, in 1947, no one knew what a pull tab was. They didn't come out till 1962. But this foot was cast right around where they found all of these pull tabs. In fact, I was lucky enough to get some samples of the very pull tabs they found in the same area this foot was cast. No one knew what these were. We know what they are now. And I was very happy that they cast that foot, because in 2008 I cast this one. And if you compare those two, they're the exact same size foot. They have the exact same shoe or boot print tread. It is the exact same person. This was Pull Tab Pete. I have no doubt this was Pull Tab Pete. Altogether, here I have 9 foot casts, 6 left and 3 right. Do I think that means he has more left feet than right? No, I think he has one of each. It's just the way it was cast. Whichever print was the best print got the cast. One of the most interesting casts that I have, and probably one of the most rare, is this one right here. This is a handprint. I cast this one. I was following his trail, and he went up an embankment, and it looks like he slipped and put his hand down in the mud and pushed himself off. And when he did, he left this perfect handprint. You can see all the digits, the thumb, finger, 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 and the palm of the hand is all represented in this cast. It's the cleanest and the most perfect hand cast of pull tab Pete I've ever seen. Very rare. I'm proud of that one.
And what's that big one?
Which?
The one up top.
Right here?
Yeah.
I was making a cast, and I made too much plaster Paris, so there's a Bigfoot track right there beside me. I just put in that Bigfoot track, and I made a cast of that. We're lousy with Bigfoot around here. They're everywhere. So I made a Bigfoot track. This neighborhood I'm in right now seems to be the place he's hitting the most at this point. And hold on. Hello? Where? I'll be right there. Well, I just got a phone call. Poletab Pete was just spotted a couple miles away from here. This could be the day. Are you the one called about seeing Poletab Pete?
Yeah, he went running down that way.
All right, thank you.
What was that?
Look at that. He left his tracks right here. It's taking him up in that direction. Just need to follow him. Ah! Where'd he go? I can't believe it. Look at this. This is what stopped me right here. Some kind of pull tab trap. Knocked me off my feet. I don't know how it works, but it worked. And he got away. I enjoy going out with a Mel Detector. I enjoy history. I enjoy finding what I can find. pull tab Pete is just something that gets in the way sometimes. One day I'll find them. One day. One day.
My light meter's broke. I gotta go out to the van
Okay.
and get another one. You be okay?
Oh, yeah. I'll just be here.
I'll be back.
Go ahead. I wish there was a tissue around here. Just do it.
Oh! Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, it looks like I had a little blood in it. It's... Ugh, okay. Ooh. Everything okay while it's going?
No, everything's cool. I've just been here.
Good. Alright, well, let me take this measurement.
All
and
right.
Get at it.